Tänään on Idemian sormenjälkilukijoiden vuoro ja esityksen pitää John Laws Idemialta. Today we will talk about Sigma Lite fingerprint readers, biometric readers from IDEMIA, and John Laws will do the presentation in English. This presentation will be recorded and will be posted in our YouTube channel as for further reviewing. So if you have any questions, raise your hand on Teams and John and type the question. John will answer all to the questions. Jos haluat kirjoittaa, niin onnistuu myös suomeksi ja me käännämme. So if you would like to write in Finnish, we'll translate those to John. So John, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Marku. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the show. And as has been explained, my name is John Laws. I'm the Regional Sales Director for IDEMIA, and I cover the UK and Ireland, Northern Europe and Israel. And today I'm going to give you a very short presentation on the Sigma range of our products, which are contact readers. Okay. So as has been explained, if there's any questions, please stop me, raise your hand, write the question, or just speak up, and I'll do my best to answer them. So here we go. So the IDEMIA biometrics portfolio. This is just an introduction into what we do and the types of biometric readers that we can offer. So starting from the top, we offer readers for enrolment. That connect into PCs or laptops, and these can consist of USB readers in the red reader in the top left, up to live scanning readers that you'll predominantly find you'll recognise from travels in airports and ports and border crossing points, etc., etc. We also do, moving down, we also manage or offer what we call biometric tablets, and these are used for on-the-go mobile patrols, border crossing points, electronic KYC, know your customer, for enrolment. And we offer two types. The one on the left is fingerprint and facial, and the one on the right is iris, face, finger, using 4 fingers if you'd like to have more options. What we're going to talk about today is the third one down on the list, the contact readers there on the left, but we also offer contactless fingerprint readers, being the MorphoWave and the facial recognition reader, our Vision Pass reader. And for some customers or some end users, they like to integrate our modules using into their own products or own devices, where we offer modules and SDK software development kits to assist with that to happen. On the right hand side of the slide, you'll see that we offer some software. Augmented Vision is one, which is our analytical software, which can be used for access control, surveillance work, or post-event investigation work. And our enrollment software is called Morpho Manager, and that's for terminal reader management, enrollment, and it's a bridge, a connection to the physical access control system that you might be using. Okay, but as I said, we're going to be concentrating today on our Sigma range of readers, which you see here. We offer 4 different types. Starting from the left, we have the Sigma Lite reader, the Sigma Lite Plus, the Sigma Extreme, and the Sigma Wide. Each of them have different capabilities and different user cases. But just as an overview, all of our products offer RFID capability, both low frequency and high frequency. The low frequency being HID Prox, high frequency being MyFair Classic, DesFire EV2, EV1, iClass and CEOS. And all of our readers that I'll be talking about today have the capability of fake finger detection within the sensors, OSDP ready version 2, and our Sigma Extreme is IP6. Well, they're all IP65 rated, and the Sigma Extreme is IK09 rated on the screens, as are the other ones with screens. Okay, so just to recap from our last presentation, all of our products are GDPR compliant. And I'll just very quickly go through this slide just to reiterate what I said in the last seminar. What happens when you enroll? Well, many things happen when you enroll, but what we're doing is we take an image of the person's fingerprint. We take 3 images, and from there, what we do, we're looking for points of minutiae, points of interest. And these are specific points on the person's fingerprint, which is unique to that person. From that raw image, we then create a template, and at this point, all images are deleted. All raw images are deleted. We do not store any raw images. We're fully GDPR compliant. So we have this template creation. Then our algorithm starts working, and because of the strength and the power of our algorithm, we can define what we class as good points of interest and bad points of interest. Obviously, we don't want to keep the bad points of interest because they will cause problems for the user at later stage when they come to authenticate. So we're left with a template of good points of minutiae or good points of interest, which we keep. We then transfer that into a template and encode it as a binary file. And then we encrypt that binary file to AES 256-bit standard. It can be held on the device, on an RFID card, or on the server. The option is totally up to the end user. Okay, but from here you can see up in the top left, in the top of the screen here, we are fully GDPR compliant, and with all of our enrollment processes. Once you get to this stage here, where the template is encrypted, it is impossible to transfer this encoded template back into a raw image, because we've deleted this raw image. There's basically nothing to compare it to. So again, this is a huge tick box for GDPR. Okay, so that was a brief overview of what we do with the template when you enroll, which I covered in the last seminar. So what do we have to offer here? So our entry level readers, our entry level contact readers, is the Sigma Lite on the Sigma Lite Plus range. Okay, so you can have up to on each device you can have up to 10,000 users, which will be identified or authenticated in less than a second. It can hold 30,000 templates, 250,000 IDs, and has a log capacity of 1 million logs. So you can interrogate the system should you wish to do so. All of our products, as I said earlier on, have fake finger detection. So if someone was to try and spoof the reader with a fake finger, plasticine finger, or a latex finger, or such like, we would recognise that, and access would be denied. There's also the feature of a duress finger. Basically, so if you enroll your index finger on your right hand to use in every day, should you be under duress, or should the user be under duress and they place their finger on the index finger, for example, on their left hand, that would be recognized as a duress finger, and a silent alarm is raised, and appropriate actions are taken. There's also anti-passback facility with a variable time to avoid any anti-passback. And as I said earlier on, we are flexible in if your user wants to use RFID cards as a second factor of authentication, that can be done. And as I said, it's both low frequency and high frequency cards that we can read. Okay, so both products are IP65 rated, and the screens are IK08 rated, so they're fairly robust. And they're compatible with our Morpho and BioScript readers that the Sigma readers replaced several years ago. Okay, and as you can see here, the main differences are the footprint is the same, but the main difference with the Sigma Lite Plus, you have access to a screen, which you can see where you can go into the user menus and settings should you wish to do so. You can do that on the reader, directly onto the reader itself. With the Sigma Lite, you can obviously still have access to all these user menus, but that would be via the laptop or the PC that they're connected to. Okay. And as you can see, we have a video here to show you these readers being used, being installed, which you can go onto, which is on our YouTube channel. So some of the areas where these products are being used, that's a very common reader. And you can see they're outdoors and indoors, offices, cinemas, sports stadiums, schools, education, hospitals. The list is endless, not unique to any specific vertical or end user. We sell these, many thousands of these per year, and they end up in all sorts of different sites. So moving on to the next one in the Sigma family, this is the Sigma Wide reader. It has 100,000 capability, 100,000 user database, and as you can see, the footprint is slightly larger. Because we have a 5-inch color touchscreen on there, with many options that the previous two don't have. The main one being you can place videos or company logos onto the screen here when it's not being used. It has a TNA feature in there with up to 16 programmable functions and can also offer real-time employee notifications. And what I mean by that is if I'm enrolled into the system outside the office, I approach the door, I place my finger on to get onto the sensor to get access to the office. It would obviously recognize that it's me, and if there's a message waiting for me to go and see, I don't know, HR at 2 o'clock or operations at 2 o'clock, or whoever it may be, that message would come up, and then I would have to place my finger again on the reader or click on the tick box that comes up on the screen to acknowledge that I've read that message. So that's a feature that's added in there. It has a video phone function for audio and video interface. And again, the anti-fraud features are face detection, false finger detection, and it still has the duress finger as previously mentioned. And again, the RFID capability is both low frequency and high frequency, all the same technologies that I've already mentioned. IP65 rated means it can go indoors and outdoors, has an embedded web server, and again, it's backward compatible with our older type readers, Morpho and BioScript readers that are slowly being replaced by the Sigma range. And again, the video for this product is on our website, on our YouTube channel, sorry, with the address down here below. This is quite a popular reader in commercial offices, entrance offices, because it's a very quick reader to read. It's less than a second, and as you can see here, we have some cited. This is a bank, I believe, in India, where the readers are placed onto turnstiles, which are compatible with the press. Approach the reader, place their finger onto the sensor, and obviously the gates will open. A simple access control system, and in this case you have read in and read out, and you can see the sighting here. So moving on to the next one, this is our Sigma Extreme reader, and it's quite a large piece of kit, but it's very good for outside in harsh conditions, which you'll see in the next slide. The screen is IK09 rated. The housing is the reader is IP65 rated, and it has very high capacity, again up to 100,000 users, but can have 300,000 templates. So 100,000 users means each person can enroll more than one finger if they were required to do so. False finger detection, again, I don't know why it's got face detection on here. I'll have to get rid of that. And again, duress finger and anti-passback. This also has the programmable 16 programmable function for feature and the real-time employee notifications, which I described earlier on in the previous slides. Again, we have the video function for video and audio, and again the flexibility on RFID cards is an option for your customers. The same thing, embedded web server, and again it's backward compatible with Morpho and BioScript legacy systems. Okay, so this is the Sigma Extreme reader, and here you can see this one is actually this picture is actually taken outside our offices in Canada, in Montreal, in Canada, where it gets a bit chilly during the winter. And I know that this reader's been on site there for several years and hasn't failed. Okay, but you also get these readers placed out into very harsh environments in the Middle East, for example, where it gets very warm. And also here you can see in Canada and your part of the world where it gets very cold in the winter. This product is robust enough to cope with these situations. So the next slide here just describes here about what we can offer in the way of our academy, which is an online training certification courses that you can do at your own leisure, where you can find a lot more about specific readers, specific range of readers, and be certified on these readers. And these certifications come with several benefits should you complete them. But all of the readers that I've covered today are available in this in the academy. So just as I finish off, I'll reiterate that all of our readers that I've spoken about today, in fact, all of our readers that we do, they're made in France, in our own warehouses in France. They use all of our own IDEMIA technology. Okay, we don't rely on anyone else. Our algorithm is ours, and our algorithm that we use is constantly being tested by an independent algorithm tester called NIST, N-I-S-T, which is a company where they ask biometric manufacturers of all types of biometrics, regardless finger, face, voice, keystroke, gait, behavioral. They ask the manufacturers to offer their algorithm for testing, which we do once a quarter. And if you go online and type in NIST or go onto our website, you'll see that we consistently come top, and we have done for the last several years. We've come top because of our algorithm is that good, that strong, that secure, and that stable. Okay, so that's the end of the presentation on Sigma readers. If you have any questions, please ask. If you can't ask what you need to ask in English, then as Marku said, please write it in Finnish or speak in Finnish, and it'll be translated for me to answer. Okay, so at this point, I'll hand back to you, Marku, and see where we go.
Thank you, John. I have a question, if no one else.
Oh, good.
Regarding the Sigma Lite Plus, I don't remember. Are we able to make active buttons in it? So, like in TNA, you have a clock in, clock out functions, but would that work in the gyms, and such that you have you'll clock into aerobics or something like that? So this would work as a display as well.
Yeah. So if the aerobic class, for example, had its own time slot, that you'd come up, you'd place your finger onto the sensor, the TNA system would kick in, and then you could say, I'm coming. You press the button on the screen, I'm coming in for the aerobics. It would recognize that it's Marku who's coming in to do the aerobics, and whatever action, obviously they let you in the door, but then they know that you've attended that class, so they can send you the bill for it, or take it off your credit, or however they work.
Right, and then it should be the TCP/IP or OSDP.
OSDP, yeah, OSDP would be better, yeah.
OSDP, okay.
Yep.
Okay, it's good to know for those if there's any needs for gyms or any sports facilities, for example. We have some TNA projects coming up now that they have specified Sigma Lite.
Oh, tremendous. Plus. Yep. Okay, yeah, but this would work. Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
Jos ei ole kellään kysymyksiä sen enempää, niin tämä tosiaan tallennetaan. Tämä esitys, jossa tulee meidän YouTube-kanavaan jälkikäteen katsottavaksi, ja toki sitten meiltä saa Saaralta, Ollelta ja minulta saa lisätietoja ja myynnin sähköpostista niin IDEMIAn mitä erikoisempiin lukijoihin liittyen. Niin tässä vaiheessa haluan kiittää kaikkia osallistujia ja toivottaa hyvää loppuviikkoa. Kiitoksia kaikille. Thank you everybody. It's time to say bye bye, and next Friday we have the next webinar, and then we will cover the IDEMIA Wave contactless readers, where you just show your fingers through the reader. You don't need to touch it, so it's contactless. So till then, have a nice rest of the week.
Okay, thank you very much. Take care, everyone, and thank you for attending.